Director Lance to take oath.
Do swear that the evidence I shall give before this committee is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Director. Thank you. I would like us to introduce ourselves. I'm Corey Vincent, chairman of this ad hoc committee, and I also represent Londiani Ward. Let me give members from far left.
Thank you, Chairman, and I want to take this opportunity to welcome our CC, Lance, and Director, and good afternoon. My name is Philip Mutai, member to this committee.
Chairman, I am Rotich Moses, MCA representing a ward called Tendena Soviet, and a member to this other committee. Thank you.
And I'm Faith Oswin, MCA Cheblanget Ward, and a member to this committee.
Beatrice Chepkemoy, member of this committee.
I'd like to welcome the CC and the Director Lance to this honorable committee. My name is Gabriela Chepngena, member of this committee.
Good afternoon, I'm Sharon Mibe, Deputy Clerk in charge of Legislative, Legal and Procedural Services.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Nusan Kubiagon, Clerk Assistant.
Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Abraham Langat, Deputy Clerk in charge of Administration.
Good afternoon, I'm Mercy Chepkemo, Internal Audit.
Good afternoon, I'm Rose Mutai, the Principal Clerk.
Let our guests introduce themselves. Yes, one member. Yes, introduce yourself.
Eric B is my name, a friend of the committee.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Chafet Turiot, standing in for Jacqueline, Ms. Jacqueline Langat, the Chief Officer for Lands, Physical Planning, and Housing. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is CPA Kevin Langat, Accountant in charge of the Department of Lands, Housing, and Physical Planning.
Now, Dr. Cheriot, I hope you are also going to answer some questions on behalf of the CEO. If you are going to answer some questions, then I would like you to take oath so that are you able to, will you answer anything? If you are not going to answer any question, then can proceed.
Thank you, Chair.
Yes.
Very likely he will not answer anything. He just came to stand in because Jackie is on the study leave. So he's just here, but I don't think he will answer any question.
Chairman,
kindly.
A CEO is the Chief Accounting Officer to the department. Now that Dr. Chafet is within this presence, and he has confessed to us that he is standing in for Jacqueline. I think it is prudent that an oath is administered.
Yes, yes, kindly.
Dr. Chafet Cheruiyot, do swear that the evidence I shall give before this committee is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Thank you.
Thank you. So most probably, because most likely the CEO could have briefed you, since you are standing him, you must have consulted somewhere. But I know the director is around, so you'll be able to assist each other. Now let me read the terms of reference of this committee, so that you can be able to understand what deliberations that we are undertaking. First of all, this committee was formed to ascertain the pending bills for financial year 2022, 2023, and 2023, 2024, 2024, 2025 from all the county departments. We also ascertain all requisitions for the last 3 financial years versus expenditures. We want to verify all the procurement works undertaken in the 3 financial years, the last 3 financial years. We also want to determine what was paid in terms of work, goods and services, including consultancy services, by obtaining IFMI statements and any other valid documents used to settle debts by the county government of Kericho. Deduce the pending bills that have already been settled and provide proof of settlement for department per financial year. Establish outstanding pending bills and budgetary allocation for the said outstanding pending bills per department per financial year. Establish the effect of settlement of pending bills on proposed new projects and approved projects in all county government of Kericho planning documents. Find out the cost of pending bills in each department and propose mechanisms that ensure that practices that occasion pending bills are minimized. This is not limited to disciplinary processes for state officers and public servants responsible for plunging the county into the pending bill cycles. Propose a clear roadmap, including county legislations on how to tame menace of pending bills in county government of Kericho. Through a reporting to this House within 30 days from the date of approval of the motion that was passed in this House. Thank you very much. The membership is as they have introduced themselves, and you know, today you are Department of Lands, and I also believe that you will also be able to answer for the municipality. I believe you have all the documents as requested. Is it? Do you have? Can you confirm with us that you have all the documents that we requested? And again, what we require in this House is not only documents. We want authentic documents that we can be able to verify clearly. Because you see, if you bring just a table, that one to us might not be clear, because anyone can sit down, come up with information, and say these are pending bills. So again, what we need here is total pending bills for the last 3 financial years. If at all there is any other pending bill that has been captured and is for previous financial years, then it's good. We are also looking at, there is a task force report that was done by the Office of the Governor. We will also look at that. There is pending bills that was tabled yesterday by the contractors. And I believe maybe you are also aware about that, because you gave out your documents, you presented your documents, and also the contractors have presented their documents. We will also be able to look at the pending bills, you see, because I have seen in your documents, you have indicated something that has been paid as a pending bill. So you can also demonstrate to us why something that has been paid is a pending bill. Because what I believe is pending bill is something that is pending, that is yet to be paid. That one is classified as a pending bill. So you cannot bring something as paid and still claim as pending bill. You know, this House is in the process of coming up with a budget. And we have been having a problem of every time we do a budget, the issue of a pending bill comes up. And again, sometimes projects might not be implemented properly as it is supposed to be done. So this issue of pending bills have been a menace. In fact, another issue is by the law, pending bills is supposed to be fast charge. And we know that there's a trick where requisitions are made, and when the money is approved, what is supposed to be paid is put aside, and then the money is used to pay something differently. That is why we want to investigate and know what requisitions you make, and again, what is approved for payments, so that we can be able to understand whether it is paid or not. So before we proceed, maybe I would like the CEC to break down to us the pending bills that are documented that you have for the last 3 financial years, so that you can proceed.
Thank you, Bwana Chair and the honorable members and the Secretariat. Want to take this opportunity to say thank you for the invitation that you have extended to my department. Want to say that, Mr. Chair, we have here the situations as you have actually explained. I think one, we have in our document there the financial year that the bill was declared pending, and then we have the amount that was pending and that is pending in some cases, and then we have the amount that has been paid by the 28th of May 2025. Bwana Chair, in coming up with this document, I think you are right that those that have been cleared are actually no longer pending bill, that we do agree totally. But because you had asked for the year 2022, 2023, there are those that were pending bill in that time, but maybe they were paid in the 2023, 24, and now they have been cleared, but it was pending bill at that time. But in any case, we have already indicated here that it has been cleared. So I don't know whether that is in order.
Now what we requested is, for example, you will find that there is a pending bill for 2022, 2023, which has not been paid.
Yeah.
So we are not asking for something that has been paid.
Okay.
That has not been paid. For example, in some reports, you will find that they say there is a pending bill for 2014 to 2019.
Correct.
It means that pending bill has not been paid. So we don't want something that has been paid. We want a pending bill.
All right.
Even if you don't have, you say there is nil, there is no pending bill.
Yeah, correct.
Yes.
So I think the dash here means it's no pending bill. In the as indicated, the outstanding pending bill, the dash means there isn't. I hope we shall be able to move in that direction kindly. Yeah. All right. We shall start with the development bills. I'm Joseph Korir. I don't know whether I mentioned my name. CEC, in charge of lands, housing and physical planning. Director did not mention his name, Richard Mutai, a director admin in my department. CEO Jeruyot is standing in. Jackie has gone for study leave for the rest of this about 2 months now. And she will be back occasionally to deal with some issues. Thank you, Chairman. Now we shall go item one by one, those that are pending from your direction. So I will only deal with those that are actually having outstanding bill. And there I have, we shall start, I hope you have this document there. Yeah, if you don't have, then we have.
Maybe you can read for us the first, the title of that document that you are.
It is Department of Lands, Housing and Physical Planning.
Thank you.
Development pending bills.
Having number one as Rihisa.
Number one is Rihisa Enterprises Limited.
I think we are in possession of the document.
Correct. You have. Thank you. Thank you, Mheshimiwa. Now, number one, that one do not have any pending bill, so we shall write there nil. The next one, Rihisa Enterprises again, nil. And then we have the third one is Mamcom Solutions Limited, consultancy for preparation of bills. That one has a pending bill of 2,955,000, and it is the documents we do not have. I can say not properly documented. I think that's what I can say. So, and I think that has also caused delays in payment for that. Number 4 is Fasutif Limited. That is a refurbishment of senior government residential house. The total pending bill is 1,985,135. The word is indicated there. I think that was also required. We have the next one is, those are the only 2 pending bills in development, in the development issues. And I think that one comes to a total of 4,941,35. Yeah.
So, Chairman,
yes,
as Waziri is presenting, I'm drawn to the attention of number 1 and number 2, which is Rihisa Enterprise Limited. The details of work performed was proposed renovation of Chief of Staff office, holding room, boardroom, and roof leakage repairs at Kericho County. And number 2 again, that was done in the financial year of 2022-2023. Rihisa Enterprise as number 2 again. Renovation of Chief of Staff office, holding room, and boardroom, done on the same year. The column A was done at the cost of 2,203,750. The second renovation done on the same year was done at 1,400,008 and 270 shillings. And both works are documented, meaning they have been paid or so, not yet paid. What was the scope of this work, and maybe what is the coincidence, and what is the variance? How did it arise that we are having 2 works within the same office done by the same company at the same financial year? Thank you.
Chairman.
All right.
Chair, I want to direct this, Waziri, for some sort of a small interruption. I want to bring to the attention of the National Housing Corporation, and I wanted to take also to our budget officer, that at one given time when we were doing the appropriation for the financial year 2022-2023, I remember in my mind that we did appropriate money. We wanted to deal with this pending bill of National Housing Corporations once and for all. So I just want probably to the budget officer to confirm to us at that point that we had appropriated the same amount. So that we wanted at that particular time to do away with this pending bill of National Housing Corporation. So I don't know, probably we'll double check on your side and to our budget officer. So you can continue with the rest, but still we have highlighted those 2 items.
And also, as he also prepares, Chairman, an additional part on that part of the national housing. How many house units do we really have within Kericho? And more particular question we are glad, Dr. Cheruiyot, you are here. We have housing units within the hospital presence. And to date, we had indeed asked for who are the occupants of these housing units, and we have not gotten the real explanations on the same.
Yeah. Thank you.
Before you proceed, Waziri, let me request the budget officer, can you kindly maybe get the information on budgeting from the year 2021, 2022, and then you can submit to this committee. I know you can be able to find that information. You can print it out and bring it to us. Proceed, Waziri.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think I will ask one of the officers to answer number one, but I will deal with the second one that Mheshimiwa has asked on the housing, the National Housing Corporation. Now, the National Housing Corporation, this is standing of about 17 million. I think there's been something that has been there. Actually, it should be about 2019 when the National Housing Corporation took over these houses on the issues of non-payment, and they decided to take over the houses to recover their money. I think that was the issue. Though I did not get any documentation on the same, maybe the housing department has. I met the National Housing Corporation officers the other day, in fact last week, towards the end, and we discussed on this at length. One thing that I found was that the houses, I found something that the houses seems not to be actually paying. There are many people who are not paying and they are living in those houses. That is what I discovered. Number two is that the money that has been recovered over time, those years from 2019 to now, is really very minimal. It's about $1 million and something, which is also an eye-opener. Number three is that we agreed that we do have, I think in the coming budget, allocation of the same amount to clear this debt, so that we take over these houses as the department and now deal with those standing issues. Because there are some people who have been there and they owe a lot of money and they are not paying. So I thought maybe what we do, let us clear this money first, we offload, and then we deal with them as a department. That was our recommendations, number one. Number two, Moses, thank you for asking that question. It is also a begging question, that even the houses that we have, apart from this one for the national housing, even the others are actually national housing in the hospital. We also have other houses in the particularly the health facilities that are occupied by non-medical practitioners. And last week I did form a committee that we have the Department of Land and the Department of Health. We want to look at these houses in details and look at the standing maybe amount that they ought to have paid, and then we deal with those issues appropriately. And our recommendation as the Department of Land is that those houses should be occupied by medical practitioners, so that we do not have people who are outside. I also did discover that there are some people, but the officers who were there earlier, but they have since been deployed elsewhere, but they are still retaining the house, maybe for uses that, in my own opinion, was not proper, and we shall be able to iron out those issues very soon.
Waziri, in fact, I wanted to also ask a question about the rent. Because why are we dipping into the pocket of the county to clear a pending bill, yet there are people who are living in those houses?
Yeah.
And you see, those houses were meant for the county to benefit, maybe for the staff, and as well as get the rent. So this is a very serious issue because, in fact, when you go to those houses, I'm a member of a committee for lands.
Yeah.
And there was a time when we visited those houses. You realize a house that is supposed to be rented at around 15,000 Kenya shillings is being rented at around 1,500 or 2,000 shillings. And you say nobody is paying rent on that. And we have enforcement as a county, and it is a house. So why are we paying a pending bill of 17 million when the houses can sustain themselves? Because to get a house in Kericho County, in Kericho town, is not easy. So if someone who is getting a house at 3,000 shillings that's supposed to be around 20,000 is not paying, and the county is still watching, and you see we are crying about the issue of revenue, that is a very serious issue. We should not entertain people to stay in the houses belonging to the county and at a cheaper rate, and we are saying we are also going to look for money somewhere which could have gone for, you see 17 million could do other houses. You can still use to construct other houses. So kindly, Waziri, we know you are still very new, but I think this matter for the housing, the 17 million that you are supposed to be a pending bill, rent should be collected and money should be paid because it's a loan and there is an interest on it. So we don't see the reason why we should be budgeting as a county to pay instead of the people staying in those houses paying. In fact, I believe even the cost of that house alone, because you see a 2-bedroom house is not more than 3,000 shillings. And if you go to a person living within Kericho County, 2-bedroom house, they maybe rent around 15,000. So there is no excuse on that.
All right, thank you, Chair.
Yes.
I think I just want to humbly request this House that you give me time to deal with this, because I had given them about 2 weeks to deal with. Mr. CEO is here. I talked to the CEC Health, and we want to clear those ones. This one in the town, that people are not paying and they are staying there, and yet it is cheap. You have said it's actually cheap. I don't see any reason why we should continue having the National Housing Corporation to be in charge 5 years down the line, and it seems, because I asked that question, 5 years down the line, how much have you collected, and why have you not cleared this debt? And they look like they are no direction, and I decided that we better take over, clear this bill, and when I checked the budget, I found that this one was actually put in. So I'm requesting very humbly, let us clear these people, leave this issue to us, and within a short period, we shall be able to be through this kind of issues. It may be involve some legal tussles here and there, but we shall overcome, I do think.
Chairman,
yes.
On addition on the same, was it to take an initiative of probably asking a loan statement, how we are being performing, the outstanding, which year, at what particular year we are paying how much, the remaining balance. Because I know even if you make a request to the budget committee, one of the items that they will ask you is the loan statement.
Correct.
So you will take an initiative of asking a loan statement?
Thank you. I did ask Honorable Sa, and in fact, when I looked at it, since that time, the only amount that they say they have collected and it is already entered into their books is about 1 million, 1 point something. I think it's about $1 million. So when you look at those years and $1 million, surely I think it is there is a lot to be desired, and that is why we decided as a department that it is better we clear this, remove these people, and then we deal with these houses ourselves as a government, the county government of Kericho.
Yes, again, you see, apart from that, this is not part of pending bills, but it's a comment that maybe it's very important because I also belong to Lands Committee.
Yeah.
You find that somebody is occupying almost half an acre piece of land or a quarter, one person. And if it is for economical sense, a quarter of an acre in this county government can come up with buildings that can host so many people. In fact, the land for housing here that is being rented out here can be able to accommodate almost everybody here in the county. Because if we can plan very well and come up with big structures, you can get more revenue and more accommodation for more residents. So kindly look at that again, because there's no need for one person to occupy one land, giving us 30,000 shillings in a town. It is not, it cannot match economically, because that's a resource to our county. Now, Yes, Honorable Philip. Yes, Honorable.
No, you are very much aware that we have got a lot of problems as far as local revenues are concerned. And your department should be the one which is supposed to give a lot of local revenue to our county. How we have seen that we have a problem as far as the houses that are owned by the county is concerned. In fact, we have talked of people are paying little money in terms of rents, meaning that when an issue like that arises, you tend to ask yourself many questions. When were these rents reviewed? That one will be your homework. In fact, we are expecting a lot of positive changes as far as management of these houses are concerned, so that at the end of the day, we can be able to get our own local revenues. We have houses in Kipkelia. So you should also look at, you should be able also try to look at into that again. How are the rent? So that at the end of the day, they can be reviewed upwards. So that at the end of the day, we can be able to get substantial local revenue. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa. In fact, that is a part of the committee that I formed last week, was first to make the audit of these houses, all of them. And then from there, we determine what should be the actual cost. Because when you look at somebody 2-bedroom houses paying about 1,500, surely I think that is very low. And I think that this is something that our eyes are now on that, and definitely we shall surmount the issues on that. Thank you.
Now, you submitted the pending bills as a formula, but now, yesterday the Contractor Association appeared before us, and there is a document here for the pending bills, which is undocumented for almost 3 companies, and they are saying partly undocumented. Is done Kapkurwit, Kiricho, and Kamashan. Yes. Okay, now what you can do, you will answer the question for Honorable Moses, and again this one, so that we can finalize. And again, in terms of documentation, because your pending bills is not too much, we will need to get the requisitions you made. We need to get the procurement plan and the IFMIS generated statements for the payments. So those are the 3 key documents, so that we can be able to verify and authenticate that these are genuine pending bills. So kindly, you will have to submit to us those documents by Friday. Otherwise, can you kindly answer those questions so that we can wind up?
Chairman, I think I will give Director Mutai to answer Moses' question, and then we need to get, I didn't get that issue on the contractors. Maybe let's finish this one first and then we come to that.
Okay.
Kindly.
Thank you, Chair and CC. I think the question which was posted was why was Rihisa Enterprise Limited renovated the same property in number 1 and in number 2, which is in 2 million, as well as spending 1.5. I think there was in number 1 there was an oversight in terms of detailing work done. The work which was done in number 1 was renovation, proposed repair, redecoration works to Mamangina Estate phase 2, 4 houses, and 1 abolition block, 69A and B to 70A and B. I think the number 1,
Chairman,
through the chair.
Chairman, as our director is answering, I think we are not in possession of exactly what you are reading to us. Kindly let us be supplied with the documentation that you are reading so that we are on the same script. What we have here is Rehiza Enterprise times 2 renovating an office at the same time, at the same financial year.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, we can produce a copy through the chair. We can produce a copy and then we distribute so that we can as well answer number 1 and 2. If it is in order, we can do so. It's not a pending bill, but for clarification, it's no longer a pending bill because it has been paid, but it's good for us to clear what we had submitted, that it was an error, a typical error. Instead of Mamangina Estate redecoration and of course renovation.
And also, as you also answer, I'm saying it is the office, the chief officer's office that is being renovated. In case the office of Dr. Chiruyot in the health department has a leaking roof, are you also supposed to be the ones renovating? And also in case of agriculture, offices for agriculture, offices for water department, why specifically the office of the chief officer, chief of staff being renovated under Department of Lands, Housing and Physical Plan?
Through the chair, actually the role of a department of lands, housing and physical planning, we are supposed to be doing handling issues related to houses, both residential, that is government houses, as well as offices. So in the case of the chief of staff, the budget was in lands department. That is why we had to renovate the same office. If in case other departments are factored in their budgets, they normally renovate. But if we budgeted on our end, we are the one to renovate. Like an example is when we are purchase of land for dispensaries and other facilities, we normally do on behalf of other departments. Thank you, Chair.
Chief of Staff is under the Office of the Governor. Do you want to tell us that as a department, is it your responsibility to be doing the renovation of offices in all the departments? Yeah. The department of the Office of the Governor was the one which was supposed to do the budgeting and also give out the works. Why was this one? Why was this one different from the others?
Thank you, Bwana.
So that you can answer
the chair.
Can answer all. I've seen there is consultancy for preparation of bills. Maybe we also need to tell us which bills are you preparing, and it's showing that it's undocumented. Even though it's still outstanding, it is important for us to know, because this one, I know it will come up as a pending bill at some point, but we'd like to see those bills. Which bills is it being prepared? Again, we'll talk about the consultancy for physical plan. Do you have the report ready for the physical plan? We would like to see that again. So kindly note that anything that was done and it is consultancy, we would like to see that report. And again, how was it requested? Was it something in the CIDP? Was it planned? Because you see, the procurement plan will guide us on this. In the 2023-2024 budget, there was 10 million that was set aside in this budget for payment of for national housing. Kindly, you need to elaborate. Was that money utilized? Because already it was in the budget. We allocated in the budget to the finance department. Has it been utilized? So that we should be having the pending bills as 7 million instead of 17 million.
Thank you, Chair. As also CC is answering, a budget, when it is coming from the executive side, it is coming as a bill. When it is deliberated and passed in this house and signed, it becomes an act. When it is passed in this house, it becomes an act. When it is signed, it becomes a law. As our director budget is highlighting to us from the line items that we had appropriated 10 million. We will request the department also to give us the particulars that indeed it seems if the 10 million didn't reservice the loan, the standing loan, until now we are having 17 million 1 year down the line. We have few weeks to the end of the financial year. And it seems it is still standing at 17, meaning it was not paid. So where is the 10 million that was appropriated? Where was it utilized?
Oh yes, thank you. Thank you through the chair. I think, yeah, I think the process one on the issues that you have talked about, consultancy of something there, the bills, yeah, preparation of bills. What I can say there is that this one was supposed to be on the issues of the housing, the issues of planning, and I think, I don't know whether there was a bit of survey. And those bills, I think when we present those particular documents, as you have directed us on Friday, it will be very clear which areas was touched. Sorry, Deja. I think when we present those procurement plans, the IFMIs and whatever on Friday, it will be very clear which of these bills were actually captured in this pending bill of 2.955 something. I think that one will be very clear. On the issue of the National Housing Corporation, I think it is something that maybe I'm not getting it right, whether it was actually, there was a 10 million that was actually budgeted, passed, and captured and directed to the housing. I may say here, no, let me put it here, that I think that 10 million, it is very unlikely that it was used, if it was actually appropriated, as you have said. And I'm not seeing here where it ended, because when I looked at from 2019, all along, that is why I was very concerned with the 1 million that they have removed from this 17, so it's about 16 now. But I never saw any 10 million anywhere, which you have said it was appropriated, unless we check again and see which year was that and what exactly happened to that 10 million. Maybe you can provide the answer to that, kindly.
Okay, now the question, the first question for Honorable Moses. Have you answered?
Yeah, it was done. Unless you are not satisfied. That was Rehisa something, enterprise. Yeah.
Indeed, they have answered.
Yeah.
maybe we will need if miss of the above generated report.
Yeah.
The vouchers, payment vouchers, for that matter on Friday.
Yeah, that one will be provided.
And also, as guided by the procurement plan, if indeed it was appropriated with a line item for that matter. I thank you, Chairman.
Thank you.
Honorable Anthony, yes.
The chair.
Yeah.
4. The works were done in the financial year 2022-2023. And in the remarks you mentioned that it is documented. Why has it remained as a pending bill up to now? And also you should say something concerning number 3, is number 3 and 4. Why have you not paid up to now?
Yet pending bill is fast charge.
Thank you, Chair, through the Chair. Yeah, this has not been done. I think the first one, number 3, I said it is the documents, some are missing. It is not up to date for the purpose of payment. But this one, yeah,
it's quite a long time. And you know the procedures of procurement.
Correct.
Before any procurement is any procurement procedure starts, there must be a budget, and then the first documents, our letters to LSOs or LBOs. What could have been the problem, given that this is a very long time? Waziri.
Surely, I think it has taken a long time, and you are right. That fast come, fast serve. That is what you are saying. Fast in, fast out. That is a rule. That is very good. But when you look at these ones here, we shall put it that somehow some of them have been overlooked. There could have been some reasons before, but now if it is properly documented, then it is now a matter that we need to look at. If somebody has brought all the documents, yeah, correct, some work as documented, and now he has not been paid, we shall look into that. Could be there could have been something missing earlier that we could have taken time to provide. But if he has provided, I think there is no reason why we should not pay this one.
Look at this one. You have already remarked that it is well documented.
That is the one I am saying. That is the one I am saying. That there could have been documents that this one did not supply. Yes, please.
You should be able to tell us the challenges. Which documents are missing? There are documents that are missing.
For the first one, number 3, there is something missing, which maybe we shall give you on those whatever plans and the rest. That one we shall provide. But for this one here, number 4, surely I cannot see any reason why we have not paid up to now. Maybe I can promise that this one should be handled as soon as it is practically possible. Yeah.
You still have the money for the same?
We shall look into the budget and I mean what is remaining now and see that this one here is actually given a priority, and may not be this one only, because there are others also. But we shall see what we can do, at least for the short while.
Chairman.
Yeah.
Chairman, I'm looking into a situation where we are not prepared for today to complete this exercise. Chairman, with your permission and also from the honorable members, I'm seeing a situation where we might restage this exercise so that we have another proper day when the Waziri has confirmed many of the aspects, including the budget, including the documentation, including the spending and absorption of the departmental budget, so that we will have a good progress, Chairman.
Now we will make a ruling on that before we end this session. Now, there is a question of the pending bills that was submitted by the contractors yesterday of 5.1 million. And I've not seen it captured in your documents.
Maybe, I don't know if Waziri and are in possession of this document from the contractors. So maybe the chairman will give you a copy on the same, so that you study it appropriately.
Now, those are the documents that was applied by the Contractors Association yesterday, capturing the information on pending bill. Maybe what you do is, because maybe you got the information, we must have gotten also the information, because it was even in the social media, they shared across, they brought to the assembly. Most likely, if maybe you have knowledge of it, you can clarify about that. Because in total, the pending bill that we have been given as a house officially from the departments is differing much with the pending bills that those people who are doing business with the county have also claimed that they have, the county owes them. So kindly, as a department, go through them, because they are saying partial documentation. We also need to know why it is not fully documented, and yet they are claiming us pending bill. Because how can you claim a pending bill that is not fully documented? There must be a BQ, there must be all those processes, it must be even in the IFMIS, there must be all the procurement processes in place. So kindly have a look at it, so that you can give us a feedback on that. Again, there is a question of municipal, which I have not received documents from the municipal. It was important for you to also answer those questions from the municipality with the manager. So, kindly, Secretary, do we have any document from the municipality? So we like to have those documents from the municipality on the pending bills. There is also the renovation in the security houses. Is it fully documented?
Which item number, sir?
Number 9.
Landrock Logistics Limited, construction of sentry box, security gate, and
okay, let me ask let me ask Kevin to answer that, the accountant.
For the case of Landrock, it is fully documented, and the contractor has hence been paid.
Does it have LSO?
Yes, it does.
Are you able to produce to us?
Oh, maybe we produce with other documents on Friday. We did not carry with us today.
Thank you.
Kindly, we'd like to look at the LSO.
Chairman, allow me also that the day we will be having a session again with the Lands Department, Waziri, there is this the development, the Melcom Solutions. Melcom Solutions have been doing a preparation of bills, and you know the procedure of bills when it is prepared. It can be either way, the private member bill or the bill that emanates from the executive.
Yeah.
So when a bill is done from the executive, it lands to this county assembly for deliberation and passing. In case of any amendment is proposed. So to date, maybe we will confirmed with Sharon, our clerk, legislative services, whether there is any bill that has landed to this house, so that Melcom is having a bill of around 2.9. Yeah, we will really need to know if it is the procedure to develop a bill before it is approved. You raise documentation for payments. Thank you. And also, in any case, supply us the copies of those bills has been developed.
Yes, Honorable Anthony.
As far as is concerned, where it is written, construction of a damaged perimeter wall and general refurbishment. Where?
I think, Chair, concerning number 10 of repair of construction of damaged perimeter wall and general refurbishment was done in the Kericho Green Stadium, which is our stadium. I think the wall had collapsed, so they did some repairs and some refurbishment.
Do you have documents that support the certificate?
Yes, we will provide to that effect, Mheshimiwa.
And again, is it the mandate of Department of Lands to repair the Green Stadium? Because I know it's also under ICT and Education.
Was it before Mashucha or after?
Before. That was in the year
2023-2024.
Was it your mandate?
Yes.
Was it really your responsibility as a department?
I think we were dealing as an emergency, Mheshimiwa.
Emergency falls under finance.
Finance.
It has never fallen under even health. When they have anything emergency, the budget goes direct to the custodians of the emergency fund is the Department of Finance, always, unless the CEO has something contrary. It matters emergency. In case you have an emergency at your department that requires money, how do you normally handle? Maybe for purposes of clarity.
So also when the one for the construction of security, is it security sentry box, security gate, and general refurbishment, it should be very clear so that we can understand how is it related to the lands department, and where is it. And again, what I realized is the lands department is only working in Kapkugerwood, Kipchebor, and Waldai. Apart from Waldai, I think it's better because Waldai is a bit further. But now it is only working within Kapkugerwood, Kipchebor, Kapkugerwood and Kipchebor. And do we have Department of Lands in other sub-counties? Only Chinchilla, okay, you cannot count that because you can have in Kipchebor and Kapkugerwood is dominating. Yet we have Department of Lands cutting across the county. So it's only serving within Kericho town, or it is serving the general county. So kindly, what we need to do is we will still need to have proper information, those documents that members have requested. We need to have clarity on those questions that we have asked, because I'm not seeing any response for those questions we have asked. We need proper documentations. Give us clear lines where those works were being implemented. Is there a procurement plan? Was it budgeted for? And how was it requisitioned? We also need to see how it was paid. So I believe we still need more information from you.
Correct.
also from the municipality. And let the municipality, when they are coming, let them come with all those information that we require. On Friday, we will not have a lot of session because already we have asked questions. We will need those documents. It will also guide us when making, we're going to write our report. So kindly bring us full information on pending bills and whatever has been happening in terms of requisitioning and payments. Because we are also going to request from the controller of budget so that we can be able to compare, because there's a trick that people request for money and when the money is in, they pay for other things. So kindly, does that again, find out the 10 million. Where is the 10 million that we allocated in the year 2023, 2024? So that we can be able to ascertain that and follow up on where the money is.
Additionally, Chairman, what is appearing here most is the 2022-2023. We also have two other subsequent financial years of 23-24 and also 24-25. Maybe if there are no pending bids for that matter for the two years, you'll also give us your absorption and particulars of spending, so that we know exactly where we are, where we were, where we are, and where we are headed, so that we have a good report. There are, in number 11, the Bond International Limited proposed repair and redecoration works to council houses. Maybe the director should redefine for us which council houses do we have in this county. Yeah, including the documentation on these works.
Addition. We have confined ourselves to 2022-2023. My question, as a department, Mr. Korir, did you have other pending bills before 2022-2023 downwards? Because the people provided services and they were not paid, then it should not be ignored. So that one is something also that should not be ignored. So when you will be appearing before this committee, you should be able to tell us again, as far as that is concerned.
Okay, thank you. Through the chair, thank you for those comments. I do promise that as Friday, when we are coming again with these documents, we shall be able to also compare, because I have seen this one for the contractors. It is not properly documented, and I think possibly during the short time that we have, we can also find out why they are missing those particular documents, as it is written here, partly documented. The issue of the 10 million, you will get the answer on that.
Maybe as you answer, I think people who have the institutional memory of the department are these three people: the director, the accountant. I hope you have seen the document from the contractors. What can you tell us?
Oh yeah, I will give them time to say something on this as they are studying, because I have seen about 3 or so 4 items, and they are partly documented as stated there. But I was saying we shall be able to give you that one, the 10 million issue, this one of the contractors, and then all those documents that you have asked for on Friday, as you have directed us. On the issue of what Mheshimiwa Ruto had mentioned about other pending bills, what I can say is that what I knew about the others before 2022 was that one of the housing, because that one was 2019, 2020. when the National Housing Corporation took over the management of those houses with that standing bill. If there could be any other, I'm not aware of any now, earlier than 2022. If there could be any, then we shall also peruse through. Otherwise, by the time I came here, I did not see any other before that. But maybe Mr. Mutai can say.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah, definitely.
Chairman.
Yes, Honorable.
On top of that, sorry for coming in late, Waziri and the CEO and the staff. Chairman, when the contractors appeared here, and I think, Chairman, due respect, we agree that they go and prepare the documentation well. And when the contractors appeared, Waziri, there was an issue that vehemently was mentioned, particularly in lands. And I want to inform to you that having gone through your submission, I have not seen anywhere someone by the name, as per what the contractors submitted, a contractor by the name Hirchi Ramchi, a company by the name Vasudev Holdings Limited that did their work in Kapugurwet. Hopefully these are renovations. And I'm told to date, the CEO himself, because it is in record, yesterday, they said the CEO refused, saying that this was done by the previous, another CEO, which I was not there, I have not signed. The other CEO also came the other day, and the same case. Are you aware of the case?
Thank you.
Could you be aware?
Through the chair, maybe you finish fast and then I can...
Yeah, could you be aware? I just want to... Could you be aware? Because I have not seen in your submission the same contractor owing this county some money.
That one is Vasudev Limited.
Vasudev Holding Limited.
Vasudev Limited, still owing 1.98513 something.
Very good, very good. Very good. What is the issue? Now I've seen also here you've indicated somehow black. Yes. What could be the problem now that I've seen it's documented but not paid? What could have been the problem since? Are you aware of the case?
Oh yeah, thank you, Mheshimiwa. I think you have captured the issue. It's the same thing that Ruto had asked, I think, earlier on, and we had discussed about it, and I said it is very possible that before it now became properly documented, there could have been an issue that was missing. And I had promised that now that it is properly documented, there is actually no reason why this company should not be paid. And we are going to look into it, and within the practicability that is going to be available, we shall have to deal with this.
Now,
and in fact, any other that is documented properly,
yes,
we need to check on that one. I'm sorry, just a minute, Mheshimiwa. You have mentioned about the CEOs. You know, a government is a government.
Yes.
And there is no time that somebody come in today and say, I don't know what was happening earlier on. You know, it's a perpetual situation. And I'm sorry for that if it happened, but we shall deal with it.
Now, the contractor, Waziri, I want now, because now is your word, I'll keep reminding you with the committee that can the department assist the contractors, not frustrate the contractors? Because now this one came yesterday, very, very critically, and everybody here was wondering what could be the problem with this department, and the CEOs in particular. So sort out the issues. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, through the chair, for that information. I think we shall try, Mheshimiwa, to see. And in fact, as a matter of fact, anybody who has done work properly and has all the documents, I don't really see a reason why such a person should not be fully paid, surely.
Chairman.
Yes.
Thank you, Chairman, for the opportunity, and I'm sorry for coming in late. Maybe because we have Waziri here, who is in charge of lands. Do you have all the demarcation or the boundaries as per every ward?
For every word. Yeah,
A question now. Kapsuser Market is under which ward?
Kapsuser Market?
Yes. As CC in charge, those are some of the things that you should know, because you could be procuring things which are not for that word, in the name of that word. So please, you had said that you are aware of all the demarcations. Kapsuser is under which word? Kapsuser Market.
Maybe unless it is a boundary, maybe I need to check on that one and then find out the actual position. Because there could be a name and then it is on a different one. Sure. Yeah, thank you, Mheshimiwa.
Now, again, so that we can finalize, you normally purchase lands on behalf of other departments, and we'd also like to know that, so that I know there is a budget from every department for you to purchase land. Kindly, you need to elaborate that. Again, this committee will have to sample some of the projects that was done and that are still pending as pending. We'll have to go and assess some of the projects at some point, because sometimes you might be seeing a pending bill and there is a term called Mahewa. So we want to verify some of the projects. We will sample as a committee, but we will request one of the officers to allow to visit us to show us the projects. So if there's only one or two questions, then we can finalize.
Thank you, Chairman. Again, I want, I'm just going through the current, and I've seen the department is a major consumer of air tickets. Where do you usually fly? You know, we need to get chairs. Why flying air tickets everywhere? What could be the problem? Could you be flying to work, or if you can go to the current, all the way from number 7 to number 13, it is flying. You've seen. What, in the same year, you are flying for like 10 times. What could have been the flying for? Yes. I need to understand this flying. To 13. Yes. Yes, and one year, imagine.
Okay, maybe you can answer that question. I think we have asked them correctly. I would also like you, Abraham, because of his memory. I know you understand also what has been happening about the national housing. You should make a comment on that again. So kindly make a comment, and then we answer the questions, then we can now finalize.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Maybe before Abraham answers the question, let me come back to my same question. I'm seeing Waziri has been accompanied by a team, and I know one being a surveyor. Can my question be answered by the surveyor? Because I think you have come here with a team to support you.
Yeah. Maybe on the issue of the boundary, you can just answer where is Kapsuser Market? Is it in Serutut, Chepteroriet, or it is in Kapsuser?
It spans in 2 wards. That is Belgut and Chepteroriet, Serutut. Is that the name?
There is no word called Belgut. It is either
Kapsuser ward, sorry.
Okay.
Kapsuser ward.
is it in Kapsuser ward? You know, you
It's in both.
misleading this house. Can you say 3/4 of Kapsuser center is in Seretut ward, my ward? Can you, do you fear saying
That is why I said it's in 2 wards. Sorry, I did not clarify specifically, but I know it spans across 2 wards. That is Kapsuser ward and.
Yes.
So it is in the borderline.
Seretut.
It is in the borderline.
Seretut or Seretet.
So it is in the border of the 2 wards.
The bigger part is in Seretut.
Okay, that's fine. Now, because of time,
before that also,
kindly let's keep time.
The market is squarely in where? In Seretut. Now, come now to the document. That is, I don't know the pages or what. There is this one for cadastral survey in Kapsuser market. It is placed under Kapsuser ward. That is as by your documents. Are we not lying to this house that you are procuring things which are not under my word? See.
Yeah, you have seen the struggle that we are making to differentiate between the two, and I had given the issue of Londiani, because Londiani is not even in Londiani ward, it is on the other side. And once in a while you may capture something and you mention it's Londiani, and yet actually it should be the other way of Kimugulu, Kedawa. So we are sorry for that mishap, and I think we need to capture it well now.
Now what you need to do is provide the correct information, plus what we have requested.
Correct.
On that day. Kindly bring us the correct information.
But apart from the right documents, I'm here to advocate for Kapsuser. So which means they are taking the resources of Kapsuser to another ward in the name of Kapsuser. So where is the right for Kapsuser? Because 2.6 million, naming that has been used in Kapsuser ward. And the place you are doing this work is situated under Seretut Cheptero ward. Where is the portion? The Kapsuser ward.
Yeah, thank you, Mheshimiwa. I think this one here was the cadastral for the town. So we are sorry for that wrong capture. But I think the concentration was Kapsuser town.
You know, Waziri, why do I say that?
Yeah.
Sometimes you capture the same work using the same figures and giving out to different contractors. But in the real sense, it is one work which has been done. Remember, there was a time during the construction of that market, there were some allocations from Kapsuser ward and also allocation from Seretut ward during the first devolution. And it is the same market they are talking about. But now, you see, they have to go with some amount, which have not done any work. But in the sense, people are saying Kapsuser market is under Kapsuser. But in the real sense, it is. So when you capture here, what proves maybe you also award differently. And when you are paid, this one now for Kapsuser, you are counting as a pending bid. What proves?
Thank you, Mheshimiwa. Yeah, I can see the really it's causing whatever. Before you came in, we had said those we had put a dash are no longer pending bills. Number two is that, I'm happy that the same amount has not appeared anywhere else. we would have actually said there could have been double allocation. But on this issue here, I'm seeing only one. I think we are happy with that. But all the same, it was for Kapsuse market.
Maybe you captured only one, because we were dealing about the issues of the pending bills.
I don't think we
so. Maybe you have paid the other one as per the financial year. Now you are transferring this one because reading another different word to be a pending bill. So we need a clear clarification, because you cannot give some amount to an area which is not in my jurisdiction.
Thank you, member. Let me make a ruling.
I think I've captured them.
Yes, let me make a ruling. Order members, let me make a ruling. We need to be very clear. I know we have captured what the member is asking. Kindly go and provide the right information, because you are still appearing here. He can come and still interrogate you on that. So provide the right documentation, because we don't want to have doubts on whether there is any other thing.
And Chairman,
order member. Let me give to
Chairman.
Honorable Anthony.
Top of what you are saying.
Then I'll give you
order. A short one.
So, order member.
I'm just requesting, Chairman, that when submitting, please can you also provide order us to survey
on
the same project. It was only that one elect on Chairman.
Honorable order.
Yes.
Let me give to Honorable Anthony.
My concern is the services which were provided by the Nation Media Services, Chovencha, Embolos, 2022-2023. The documents is remarked that it is well documented. In fact, I really sympathize with the owners of these hotels. If really they provided services 2022-2023, and up to now no payment has been done, and it is business, because you will be appearing before this committee as mentioned by the chairman, Mr. Korir. You should be able to come up. You should be able to provide this committee with concrete reasons why these hotels have not been paid up to now, and yet they provided required documents, plus the Nation Media.
Thank you. Can you answer the questions?
Thank you. It is captured, sir, that I really need to have the reasons, but possibly I can give also director to say something, and then we get the direction on that.
Thank you, Chair. I think I concur with Mheshimiwa in terms of delay of payments, but in our case, actually, I want to say we are supposed to procure a service, and after using the service, we have to pay. I think the main challenge, especially in our case, has been in terms of recurrence, has been we have been having a bit of challenge in terms of budgeting, especially in recurrence. And there are times we feel for the suppliers, and we need to pay them as first priority before we go for the next service. Mheshimiwa, we have no reason why we should not pay, except financial constraint. Going forward, we need to budget well, so that we spend whatever we have.
You have been given the service, and you fail to pay for this 2022-2023.
Thank you. Let me make a comment before I give you. Thank you, Honorable Anthony. Now, there is the issue of you talk about constraints in budget. You see, when you are looking for revenue, most people are chasing the car park and the mama bogas. But the key person who is supposed to give us more revenue is your department. Are you aware about that? Through land rates. I know the target for land rates is almost above 200 million. I think you are second after the hospital. Is land rates. So I don't know why, Director, you're talking about challenge in budgeting. Yet most of these issues of pending bills is because of on-source revenue. I don't know what you are doing because you are the people who are supposed to give this county money so that we can be able to do development and run activities. I know you are doing well as a health department. Now I think we'll take time again to call you on the issue of revenue. Because it means you cannot complain and say there is an issue of budget when you have the resources within you and you are not collecting. Talk even about the housing alone. We are talking about pending bills, yet we have a lot of money outside, and people are supposed, it's just closing that door and telling somebody to pay. Because when somebody who is, even me, if I am renting somewhere, I'll not close a month without paying. Because the landlord will come for the money and they will close, they will lock the house. So, Director, actually that's not an excuse of budget. Kindly don't talk about that. In fact, I think this committee and the Committee of Lands will at some point sit to analyze what is the cause of pending bills. One of it is lack of resources. Where is the resource coming from? It's still from the same department. So kindly, you have to withdraw that because there is no reason to say budget. And you also say it yourself that you don't have even a reason to not to pay. So, Honorable, do you have anything to say?
It was just a rejoinder on what Honorable Anthony has raised. Because every financial year, you factor in what is pending. And you normally say first charge is the pending bills. Because if we took up to now, 2022-2023, you have not paid service provider. And these are the services that you enjoy. And every financial year, that is 2023, 2024, 2024, 2025, you have not cleared this one, and you are saying financial constraint. Before you submit your proposal in every budget, first of all, you consider what you want, you project what you want. You also consider what the depth that you have, so that you submit your budget. Unless you are saying you are tampering with the budget that we approve in this Honorable House, or you are diverting what you had projected for to something else. You cannot talk of a financial constraint, and these are something that you, every financial year, you should give a first priority. So I don't understand why you are talking about financial constraint.
Thank you. Abraham, can you kindly mention about the housing?
Yeah, thank you so much. Through the chair, I will be very brief. In 2014, 2015, there was a report on the defunct local authorities' assets and liabilities, which I was privileged to be part of the team. During that particular time, the debt for National Housing Corporation was 16 million. It has actually grown to 18 million probably over time, but you can see it is increasing. It was supposed to be reducing from that 2015 until now. So there's a problem already with that National Housing Corporation which needs to be looked into. In 2019, the department or the county entered into an agreement with the National Housing Corporation, actually before they took over the housing. That again needs to be reviewed. So that's another problem. Because if we entered into an agreement with the National Housing Corporation, yet the loans is not reducing, it means there is a bigger problem. Then number two, in 2019 and 2020, or in 2019 to be very specific that year, we also had another committee doing the assets from the national government, the assets for the Ministry of Water and the trade, industrialization. So we were given another set of assets from the national government for the devolved functions, industrialization, trade, health, and even the water points that they had tanks for the parent ministry. So that those two reports are available for the purposes of the department. So the department should really not ignore those two reports, because I have seen in the past the department does not want to recognize those reports, and yet they give a guide as like this loan for NHC, which is dated 2014, is still 18 million as it was 16 million in 2015. So we are not paying, and despite the 10 million that was put there, the rent is supposed to be reducing. Even when the National Housing Corporation collected that money, they are not reducing that loan, which is very funny. How can we have our houses and people are paying rent and it is going to the NHC account? It is not reducing the loan. The NHC should be telling us that from this collection for this month, we have reduced the loan to this much. See, the loan is stagnant and nobody is saying anything. So National Housing Corporation may be illegally collecting rent for Kericho, if you were to ask me. Why would they collect rent and they are not reducing the loan that Kericho owes them, or that we owe each other? So that needs to be put into perspective well, and let us do the right thing. I'm not saying the department is doing something wrong, but that aspect of housing is being ignored. And Chairman, that's through your permission. I was not meant to say that, but because I was part of the two committees, I was actually part of the two committees, and I have those reports, so I can share with the departments those reports. If the department do not have those reports, I can share them. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. I think we are coming to nearing to the end of the session. There are documents that we have kindly requested you to come up with to bring on Friday. We will not do much interrogation. We will only verify those documents so that it can help us in report writing. So kindly appear on Friday with full documentation that is authentic and that this House can admit and approve that they are legitimate for pending bills. Again, what Abraham has mentioned is very important. I have realized one thing since I joined this county assembly, because I have dealt with executive most of the time. There is a lot of things that is being discussed in boardrooms, in forums, and engagements, and even reports, even in this county assembly and even in the executive. There's a lot of reports. But I realized that every time, if it is not a committee that is formed, you cannot find any information or action. So it means from the department, I know most of the people are saying civil servants and people who are working in the government cannot move a document until they are forced to move a document. If it was a private sector, maybe because of people who are interested in business and not making losses, maybe they could have done so. But if we love the people of Kericho County, and if we love our county, and if we love to progress, it means as workers and people who are serving the Kericho County at any level, we need to actually look at those things keenly. For example, the issue of housing, it is very important, because if you go to that piece of land, even anybody who is a businessman or anybody who is interested in making use of resources, you realize that a piece of land which is of high value is giving us 3,000 shillings, which is a shame, and you are crying that we don't have revenue. It is high time that we need to work. Again, you see, when we request for documents, for example, it will take a week for a document to be given to us, yet people are working in the offices. Something that you can pull in your laptops, because if somebody is going to work every day, you must be having data. It cannot take a week or 2 weeks for the county assembly waiting for information that we presume that you have it already. So kindly, when you require documents, it means you should be planning yourselves. Because if it is the end of financial year now, and we don't have proper records of pending bills, so can we say it's guesswork when we are doing budgeting? We need to have accurate data at our fingertips. So what I'm requesting you is kindly let us work on several things. Look at land rates. We are not able to raise the land rates. We have land rates that is still even owed, that is not, has not been paid for some time. We are here crying that is a pending bill. We are sitting here today, the whole day, talking about a pending bill that we should not be talking in the first place if we have revenue. So actually, it's a high time. Let us not discuss these issues in the boardrooms, and when it comes to implementation, we just leave it as we leave the boardrooms. So kindly, let's keep up, and let's push to bring this county at par with other counties. Otherwise, kindly submit those documents as requested on Friday. And thank you for coming. Thank you for the secretariat for waiting, and the patience that you have, and the members. This meeting is adjourned until tomorrow 9 a.m. Thank you very much. God bless you.